This video will show you how to replace the intake side VVT solenoid on a Mitsubishi Lancer with a 2.4 liter engine. This will be located along the front of your engine. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. We're going to remove our forward upper engine cover. This is held in place with two 10mm mounting bolts. Go ahead and remove the pair and remove that cover. Just a quick inspection of that cover, we'll set it aside. That exposes where our VVT solenoid is located. You can see the wiring harness right along here. To give ourselves a little bit more space inside of this area, let's go ahead and disconnect this breather hose from along the top of the valve cover. Should be fairly simple, just go ahead and take hold of that. We'll give it a slight twist to remove it. That should slide out of place. Now we're just going to pull this underneath the wiring harness here and we're going to set that aside. Now we have clear view of that electrical connector. It has a locking tab on the outboard side up along the top. Go ahead and squeeze that in and pull this out of place. If it does not squeeze and slide out, you could carefully use a pick from the opposite side, make your way under, gently lift, and then slide. To clean this down, I'm using some compressed air. Now this VVT solenoid has a 10mm bolt along the bottom of the VVT solenoid, holding it to the engine. Obviously, we don't want to lose that bolt. I'm using my extension, applying my 10mm, but I also have a magnet handy. The magnet's going to be along where the mounting bolt is. It's easy to reach into this area using that, rather than trying to fit my hand in this area as well. Okay. Just make sure we don't lose that. I've applied some penetrant in this area. We'll continue on, taking hold of the VVT solenoid, gently twisting and pulling away from the engine. If you find you have a hard time holding it by hand, you could carefully use some pliers. While using these pliers, I'm attempting to grab onto the solenoid itself, not necessarily the connector. Sometimes the connector is really the only thing that the pliers can grab onto. Just do whatever you feel is best. We're twisting and pulling out and away. Now these can be a little tricky trying to remove them. Typically they're stuck in place. Once they do start moving, it should slide out and away. And there it is, friend. Prior to installation of any brand new part, we always like to clean and inspect all mounting surfaces. For this, I'm not using any type of detergent which might make its way into that port leading into the engine. Just a clean rag should do. We'll just give this a quick wipe around this area. I'm using my screwdriver. It makes it a little bit easier to reach in. As you can tell, there was some miscellaneous debris and oil. Now that engine looks good, let's continue on with our installation. Now it's time for installation of that brand new intake side VVT solenoid. You'll notice that I used clean motor oil directly on my sealing O-ring. That's going to lubricate this so we can easily slide this into place. While we bring it into place, we're making sure the electrical connector is facing up and out towards the front of the vehicle, and our mounting bolt port is down along the bottom. To install this, since it's fairly difficult to make it by, I'm going to carefully use some pliers. We want to be extremely careful not to cause any damage to our new solenoid. Okay, now as you can tell, it looks like it's sliding in. Let's continue on. We're listening for an audible click. That's a good sign telling us that our O-ring is properly seated. Now we're paying attention to our mounting bolt port. Now I've got my bolt in my 10mm socket. I use a piece of paper in between, and that's going to hold the bolt in the socket while we continue on. I'll be using an angled pick to help me guide this into the proper positioning. You have to make sure you start the bolt in by hand so it's not cross-threading into the wrong positioning. After that, just go ahead and snug it up, and then I'm going to torque this to 89 inch-pounds. I have this started in by hand. Let's make sure that we snug it up. .89 inch-pounds on that one. Once you've torqued that, continue on with the electrical connector. The locking tab is facing upward on this. Line it up, press it in, we'll listen for an audible click. There's our click. Make sure that's secured in place. Now we have our hose that goes underneath the wiring harness, connects right up along the top area of the valve cover. Now one last quick inspection in this area and we can reinstall our forward engine cover. As far as this cover is concerned, directly in the center along what would be the lower aspect, you can see an alignment tab that fits into this rubber grommet. Two 10mm mounting bolts, start them in, snug them up. Double check to make sure your engine cover is properly secured. Okay friend, we finished the installation of our intake side VVT solenoid. Now the next thing you want to do is change your engine oil. Once you've changed the oil and filter, you're going to want to run the engine. Make sure you have no check engine light, no running condition, close the hood and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.